friends! We are here today with me looking like a small child because we're gonna try out something on our eyebrows, my eyebrows, which I saw on TikTok. And I saw somebody use like hair gel for their brow gel. And like I know like a lot of us have used soap and all that fun stuff. I've used soap. So I don't mind it, but I find that even then, like I have a couple really stubborn eyebrow hairs that'll still poke up. And she like ran her finger across it and like went all crazy and it stayed. So I wanted to try it out and see if it worked. I figured I would film it so you guys can see if it works. I didn't save the TikTok because I am one of those millennials that like just got TikTok because of the quarantine and I don't fully understand how it works. But if I find it again, or if anybody knows the original creator of this idea, I am more than happy to give credit where it is due, so you can leave that in the comments and I will add it to the down bar. So the hair gel that I'm using, I think it's the same one that she used, or it looked really similar, is the Schwarzkopf, I can't pronounce it, I don't know how to say it, the Got2b glued spiking gel to spike my eyebrows into place. According to this, it has a screaming hold that will spike and chunk, so it sounds like a really fun time. So I have this little palette here. You can see you. And I also have a little disposable spoolie here. So I'm just going to put a little bit onto the palette, I guess. That was more, I put a lot. There's a lot on the palette. You don't need all that. And I'm going to bring you guys a little bit closer. We're going to work on my good eyebrow. I use good loosely. Both of my eyebrows are very sparse, but this one's better than the other one. So I'm going to do whoop, like this. That's close enough. You guys can see what's going on. Everybody's all nice and close. I'm just gonna like, just jam my spoolie in here, I guess, and pick a little bit up. I don't want to do a whole bunch and then like turn my face into a chunky mess. Got my mirror. So let's see. Because I kind of want to like smooth over it with my fingers after as well, just so it sits like more flat to my skin, so it looks like I was willing to pay $80 for a brow lamination, when in fact I am nowhere near willing to pay $80 for a brow lamination. And then I'm just going to take my finger . So I've got them as in place as I would like. One thing that I'm noticing up close is that like it did break up my foundation a little bit. So this is probably something you would want to do before foundation, especially if you fake tan like me and it'll expose your real skin when it takes it off. But not too bad. So I'm gonna go in with just like my usual brow products. I use the MAC Shape and Shade Brow Tint in the shade Taupe. That is a comical difference between my two eyebrows. This one's just so much fluffier. So I'm just going to give this a little shake. I find that you do need to shake them just so they don't come out like too thin. But also, some of them leak up at the very tip of the cap here. So you just want to be careful. So we're going to go back in. I'm going to try to stay up in the frame here. And I'm just going to start by doing like little hair strokes just to add a little bit more color in the areas that are extra sparse. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I also brought in my dip brow gel with like a tiny brush just in case I wanted to add anything else. I think I am going to go in with that just to kind of keep playing around with it a little bit, because I noticed that the brow pen's not sticking as well as it normally does if I were to do soap or like just regular brow gel. It's kind of like sliding over it. So I want to try the dip brow gel here, and the dip brow gel I like since it's a little bit more versatile. It's also in the shade Taupe, and I'm just going to use it on a really thin little brush. Just like underneath there. I can like feel how stuck down they are. Doesn't feel too bad. But yeah, immediate difference in how full these guys look. So you can kind of see a before and after of sad eyebrow and nice thick eyebrow. So I'm gonna do my other brow off camera, and then we will come back and we'll talk about it. So here is a close-up of both my brows done. I think they look nice. They kind of look how I would normally do them on like a regular basis with my usual brow gels and all that fun stuff. Sisters, not twins. I know. I did already have on this brow here, the first one I did. I already had a couple brow hairs sticking up. I did kind of just press them back down with my fingers, but I already had a couple little droopers, which I don't have happen that quickly when I do soap brows versus doing it with the gel. But I'm going to finish off the rest of my makeup and then come back. That way it's going to have a little bit of time to sit, and I will give you my final thoughts. We are back. The rest of my makeup is done. If you're interested on how I did this eye look, it's actually the last video that I posted where I reviewed the new Anastasia and Norvina collection electric cake liners. So if you're interested on knowing how to get this look, or if you want to know more about this product, you can click back to my previous video once you're done with this one. In terms of the rest of my face, got a little half lash on, my mascara, my lip is a little cocktail. Have the Patrick Ta liner on in She's Humble with a little bit of up and down tan for Makeup Forever just around the edges because I like to overdraw. And then my Marc Jacobs lipstick in the shade True, which I think was limited edition, but you could achieve something similar with Sugar Sugar, I want to say, if you have that. My memory also could be failing me. It's been a while since I worked at Sephora, so I could be lying right to your face. But overall, for these brows, I think they look fun. I did give them like a little touch test. They're pretty slicked. I can feel a couple hairs that are probably going to shift. Not gonna lie. But I do like the way that this looks overall. I like that more kind of slicked up brow, just because I feel like it makes my brows look a little bit fuller. Because I do have very, very fine and sparse brows. So the more brow I can get, the better. In terms of this versus soap, I feel like you'll get a very similar result. So you can probably just use whatever you have at home. Now, in terms of like crunchy feeling, this actually feels less crunchy than soap. And it looks a little bit better around my foundation than the soap does, personally. I find soap can kind of mess with my foundation a little bit and make it look like a little bit textured, where around my brows right now looks fairly smooth. And in terms of like cost effectiveness, this was like $6 Canadian, and it's huge, and it will last forever. However, a bar of soap when you're only using it on your eyebrows will also last a very, very long time, and you can get soap for $6 or less. I think a lot of this is going to be preference or what you already have at home. If this is something that you want to experiment with, I do totally recommend it. I think it looks great. Did it exactly what I wanted it to do fairly easily, and it also took me a little bit less time than the soap as well because I don't have to like wet it and like get it all wet, you know? So I do recommend this. I'll keep doing it. I'm very thankful for the girl on TikTok because my brain never drew this conclusion that I could put hair gel on my eyebrows. So overall, I'm pretty satisfied. I enjoy how it looks. I'll give you guys one last little peek here. There we are. Overall. So again, if I touch, there's like a little bit of movement, but nothing super crazy. But with that, that's the whole thing. That's the whole video. So if you enjoyed this little TikTok experiment, feel free to like this video and let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you can see all the future videos that I post. And enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!